something that Alex is a part of and has started is this party called Funk Party.
Oh yeah, the Funk Party series. Yeah.
I've heard people say this literally. Funk Party is probably the coolest thing I do in a year.
Oh man, really?
I've heard people say that.
Damn.
That Funk Party is the coolest thing they do every year.
Oh man, that means a lot. That's pretty cool.
And you've done 16, 17?
18.
18?
Yeah.
They are a lot of fun. Can
Yeah.
you explain
Sure.
the history of the Funk Party?
Sure, man. So it's just called the Funk Party series, I guess you could call it, but I just put a number after it. But they started in my apartment in Wrigleyville above the Dark Horse Tap at Newport and Clark and Sheffield. And it was with my band, Hip Trip, 6 guys, and we were tired of kind of striking out at venues or just like getting, no pay or whatever, and we were just like, you know what, let's do like the house show vibe. So at first it was like the most epic music school party of all time, like 160 people crammed into my apartment. Everyone pays $5, whatever. And the band gets, we got paid like $200 a man and have a great time. And it's like, hey, we made money playing original music. And like, we didn't really know what was happening, but I would throw them every couple months and we'd pay our rent with it. That was my agreement with my roommates, is they get a cut, So, and they're, it was awesome, and it was above a bar, and everyone who lived around the apartment were all bartenders, so they were all working. It was never a problem. And thankfully, nothing bad ever happened at any of those parties. But we did, 1 through 5 or 6 there, and then they got so popular that I started looking at other sort of warehousey DIY spaces you could rent out, and I moved from that place to a little place called HQ, and once that was maxed out with people, it was like we went from 100 people to 200 to 300, and then they said, hey, this is too many people, we can't do it anymore. So then we moved to a place called Canvas, and they're awesome. They're a really great space, and once that got too full, now we've landed at a place called Rut Corp on the south side. But it's now it's my band, Alex Wasily's very good band. My brand is very good. Like, it's literally a very good LLC, and there's doing business as very good cocktails, very good band, very good DJ sets. I did it as a joke. Someone told me I wouldn't name my band Alex Wasily's very good band, and I was like, dude, I will, and I have, and it somehow has worked for me.
I think it.
I think it's because I'm a nice person, and people kind of they like hanging out with me or whatever. If I were a jerk, I don't think the name would have stuck very well.
Right.
But yeah, it's now I put together like a all-star monster band, and then I have an opener group. Always a Chicago band comes and opens, and it's it's never not sold out, and we get 400 heads in a room, and throw a party until sunrise. And there's art everywhere. They decorated the place incredibly. And a lot of local breweries donate beer, which is really cool. Mars Brewing donated to the last one. But yeah, it's definitely, there's like pro lights and sound. It's like not an amateur party.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, yeah. But like, it's the secret to the Funk Party is you're in a strange space you've never been in. You're probably having a couple beers, whatever. But there's the feeling of being included in something, being part of something. And yeah, it's a party, but like, it's a very Chicago party. And you kind of got to know someone to get in, or to know about it. I'm not like, it's never once been written about in any major publication ever. No newspaper, none of that. So it's all just word of mouth and social media here and there. But yeah, it's a major part of my existence and my life. Just the other night, I was at RPM Italian with Sammy, and this like table of women were like, "Hey, you're that Funk Party guy," Like, I was literally in Australia, and Logan Metz, the organist for Lucas Nelson, we were sharing a stage, and I didn't know Logan at the time, but he was like, "Dude, you're that Funk Party guy," and our sound guy in Australia was like, "God, can't take Wasily anywhere. I swear to God. Like, everyone knows this guy. Just can't escape. And it's so funny because, like, as a trombone player, I'll never actually be famous. I'll play with, like, famous people, and then when the gig is done, the 10 people who played trombone in high school will tell me I did a great job, and then I can go lead a totally regular life and have a great time. But, you know, it's fun to be, like, semi-Chicago famous because of the funk parties. But the next one I think will probably be in the winter. We literally can't do them in the summer because the space doesn't have AC. So, you know, that's the thing. But yeah, it's fun. The band I put together is always killer, and it's a good time. So if you're free, come through it. And they get tickets because it always sells out.